Today, from Austin, Texas, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Austin Bats taking on the Houston Texans.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Austin Bats. This will make it into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. Good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. You do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team is growing. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
And it's interesting, isn't it? The psychology of a team coming onto the field down 8-0 instead of the normal 7, or sometimes when you're fortunate, just 6. 8-0 almost connotes a sense of urgency. It really isn't there yet. It's too early in the game. Go down and score. Heck, kick the extra point and be down 1. Don't chase points too early. Just worry about scoring.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chase Young, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. 3rd and long for Prescott. And it's complete to Kelsey. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Houston. Travis Kelsey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, Those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that. Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings, so for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Xavier Howard on the coverage.
Off the play fake. McGee going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. Off play action. McGee, his first catch, good for 6. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone. And it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, Prescott. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down.
30-yard line.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to them.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. That was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Steps away. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way,
and it's caught. Touchdown. Darren Waller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Houston set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The 26-yard line.
On second down and 4, Prescott, wide open receiver, complete. The 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I
would
don't
do
even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Set to kick off.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Austin's offense ready to go again. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They just tally it all up.
I think they're watching this game. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. And there's that man again. It's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Off the play fake. McGee, a big pickup of 38. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Second and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he gets into the end zone for a touchdown. Darren Waller, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And here now is Travis Kelce, sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. Prescott now from the 50. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Houston.
Here's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he survived back there.
And he's going to go down again.
Someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Prescott from the gun on third. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
10.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're saying.
And we'll see if that continues. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. And defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Well, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen to fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
At the 2-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. McGee, and it's caught. Touchdown. Darren Waller on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
Make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Prescott into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Not much there, only a yard. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. And now once again, they'll line up to go for two. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
No good.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And inches.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
There'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Austin's offense ready to go again. Off-play action. McGee. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And this offense is running away with this one. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
52.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And now out comes Houston. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Prescott from the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking again from Kelsey there on that play, but now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 13.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. In trouble, and he's taken down.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And an air out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. His pass caught at the 4. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Darren Waller on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30. 10, touchdown, Houston. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans claw one back. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Extra point attempt to follow here. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Tucker
McCann's got it teed up. To about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Austin's offense ready to go again. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Off the play fake. McGee. He's got him in. Complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
45-yard line.
Play action. McGee. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Off the play fake. McGee. Oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yep. Touchdown! From 3 yards out. And this offense continues to pour it on.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts, not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2, but I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott over the middle, complete. That's Cox. Touchdown, Houston.
Complete.
It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are able to make things a bit more respectable.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left.
McCann's got it teed up. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
1st and 10. That's
so how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off Play action. McGee. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Right at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down and goal to go.
Off the play fake. McGee. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 10 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this 1st half. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
Texans 28. Jason Myers set to kick off.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this 1st half as the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime in a wild 1st half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the 2nd half of the season. We'll start with an NFC matchup down in the Superdome. Washington taking on New Orleans. And it's the visiting side who had the lead in that one. DeAndre Hopkins, a strong performance there. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the 2nd half? To find out. We'll give it back.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the 2nd half.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Prescott on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
To try again after the sack. Prescott, the pressure gets to him again.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Now Prescott. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
First and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
He finds a man on the crossing route. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Big gains in succession. Last one was over. Touchdown! From 3 yards out. And this offense is running away with this one.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused because it had to, because they took the yards on that penalty each and every time.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Houston set to take over.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Roquan Smith leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on first down, Prescott.
Samuel bringing in the slant.
That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
But it's third down.
Prescott to throw it. To the right side, it's Kelsey.
And he's going to have a Texans first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. Now he's strapped. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
He doesn't get many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number is going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be frank, they usually don't have the hands that the running back does.
And it's hard for them because they do so much blocking. A lot of times, their hands actually get beat up in the process, and it's hard for them to hold on to the football.
Off play action. McGee.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Touchdown! From a yard out. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points.
Touchdown, Boston.
The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
Texans 28. Jason Myers set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On second down, Prescott again. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Texans.
To throw is Prescott. And Prescott stripped. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rout.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown from 6 yards away. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving him time to throw the ball. A true team record. But he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
First down throw for Prescott. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking again for Kelsey there on that play, and it's third down.
Third down. And 9 yards to go.
Here's Prescott. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
And incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just one.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Checked out as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Xavier Howard on the coverage.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone.
Oh, Prescott stripped. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they got it.
Recovery.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
Nobody else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McGee. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's caught. Touchdown. Chase Claypool. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
For 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 16 yards, a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Houston.
Now Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
A loss of 3 yards. It's 2nd down.
gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott, throw complete right side to Cooks.
Complete to Brandon Cooks.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
For Kidder here, it's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance, and he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Chase Young able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Austin's offense ready to go again. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. Off the play fake. McGee. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. Boy, another big play late here for offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And he gets it touchdown. From 8 yards out, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple of kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's second down. Tribulations of being a quarterback in this league. It's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30, 10, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Deebo Samuel.
His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Texans claw one back.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
I bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Austin's offense ready to go again. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter.
Off-play action. McGee. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now this throw caught left side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Off the play fake. McGee to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Off play action. McGee, and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Touchdown, Austin.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
For the extra point.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Off the play fake. McGee. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise or throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there. 42 yards. These guys man on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The end result, 21 yards.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all. Haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Touchdown, Austin.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's 3rd down.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Austin's offense ready to go again. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Play action, it's Kelly. And it's incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Kelly. Inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. It's around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Continuing to keep their foot on the gas and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
5-yard line.
The Texans back out there and ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Looking outside, and he's got a man. That's Cox. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A gain of 12.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. One last shot now for Prescott. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points.